Here with senior guard Mac Smith after tonight's victory over Aquinas. Mac, tonight double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. How good does it feel to get a home win after some of the struggles of the recent weeks?
It feel real good. You know, we prepared and practice every single day, grinding and just getting after one another and, you know, buying in, listening to what coach has to tell us. And we just came out here and executed, and that's how we won.
Right around like the 5-minute mark in the second half, you guys really started to pull away after it had been a close battle up until that point. What went right during that run where you stretched that lead from like 3 points up to 15?
We stayed with our defensive principles and rebounded the ball, and we talked on defense. Coach always tell us communication on the court. If you're on the court, if you're off the court, you know, communication is key. And then first shot possession, we just got to, once the shot go up, we got to find the body, get them off, and rebound the ball.
Your team uses the three-point shot quite a bit. You were only 2 of 17 as a team from the three-point line today. How hard is it to sort of regroup on offense when those outside shots aren't falling?
Coach has faith in us, and we all got faith in one another. You know, if the shot's not falling, it's more than just shooting from perimeter. You know, we got to the bucket. Mar hit a couple clutch free throws, you know, and that's just how it is. We get to the paint, you know. We in the weight room, we just grinding it out. So it's more than just shooting. We work together as a team on the offense.
Thanks, Matt. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Here with Coach Bates after the victory over Aquinas. Coach, it was a very tight game throughout the first half and into the early stages of the second half. What kind of made the difference as you guys kind of pulled away a little bit at the end?
I think our defensive energy, our defensive intensity. You know, we did a great job starting the game. They had 6 points through the first 8 minutes of the game, and then the last 12 minutes of the half, we didn't guard very well. And then we started the second half and did that again. You know, one time they were shooting 23% in the second half. I know we held them under 40% for the game, but certainly our defensive intensity and getting some stops made a big difference in the game.
You mentioned that defensive intensity. How important was that down the stretch when your shots stopped falling? Obviously, no made field goals in the last 7 minutes of the game. How important was that defensive intensity at that point?
Yeah, I think it's important. Obviously, it's important that we get stops, no matter whether we're scoring or not. You know, it's obviously a weird night in some ways. We went 2 of 17 from 3, and that's not something that our team typically does. And I don't think we took bad shots. We had some open looks; they just didn't go in. But that's part of the game of basketball. One of the things we always talk about is defense travels. Your defensive intensity travels, and you can bring that night in and night out. Those are things we can control, and it made a big difference in the game.
Mac Smith had his first double-double in a Western Michigan uniform, 14 points, 10 rebounds. What did you like out of his effort today?
You know, as we went through the entire preseason before any of our games started, any of our live action, we kept track of, obviously we statted to see where we were as a team. And Mac led us in rebounding in all of our practices. So him coming out here and getting 10 rebounds isn't a big surprise because we saw it an awful lot. It was great to have it happen. We needed it, especially 9 defensive rebounds. We really needed out of him. So it wasn't a surprise. It was great to see, and a big credit to Mac's work ethic.
Your team had, 12 turnovers to just 3 assists today. How hard is it to, obviously part of that was the three-point shots not falling, but just how tough is that to see your team, you know, turn the ball over 4 times as many times as they get assists?
Yeah, so, you know, over the last 3 games, we've turned it over 11, 11, and 12 times, and we would live with those numbers. And so we're not, I mean, obviously the goal would be 0 turnovers, which isn't realistic, but I think we took care of the ball. It's hard to get assists when you're missing shots. It's also, you don't get assists on free throws, you know, and we shot 23 free throws tonight. So would we like the number to go up? Absolutely. Do we want it to be 3 for 12? But I think sometimes there's an anomaly in those stats, and I think tonight was maybe one of those.
All right, congrats on the win, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.